So I've got this from the great makers of Sony. It's a digital dictation machine. It's a 4GB 159 hour. You can also use a micro SD card. It's also got the capacity for a USB direct. It takes two AAA batteries, and you can record in stereo apparently for meetings and lecturers. Let's see what we've got out the box. Right, not much because it's all in non-English writing. Shall we get it opened? Side edit, I've actually already opened this because I've had to install the batteries. Insert, we don't need. That's the unit itself. Let's see what we've got in terms of refer to the help guide. And I've got to say that is the biggest guide I've ever seen in my life. I bet it's in about 3 different languages, about 33 million different languages, right? So we've got English, potentially French, Italian, not sure, Ukrainian maybe. I'm not sure, Greek. Shall we use this? Refer to the help guide. Check the supplied items. IC recorder 1. Alkaline batteries 2, which I've put it already in. Operating instruction, the seat, warranty card, application software, sound organizer tool. Install the files stored in the built-in memory so you can install it in your computer. I ain't being funny, but if anybody here has ever worked for NASA, could you please tell me if they actually did any design on the space shuttles, and did the design was on a larger piece of paper than this? I don't really want to put... Oh no, I've ruined the crease of it. Let's put that to one side. Right, so side edit. I've actually owned this before. Well, I just owned it. I've been using it on and off for a few years. That's why it's a bit mucky. Right, shall we start recording? Yeah. Now, what I've got to do is speak for a couple of minutes, transfer it to my laptop using that. That's actually quite handy. So what happens is that you just plug it in and away you go. Let's stop. And that should be okay. Right, so basically what you do to get the files, you can attach obviously a computer to this, and you just drag and drop. Quite simple. It's also got a little micro SD card compartment here somewhere. There you go. So you can pop a little micro USB card in and you can record to your heart's content. Quite handy actually. It's all right for example, if you want to, well, record a lecture, for example. Lightweight, relatively portable, and most importantly, cheap and cheerful to buy. I forgot how much I paid for this actually. The only thing is this is a bit of a side edit. In order to install the batteries, you pull that top one out and the bottom one should drop in. Make sure you take the batteries out, because I've just tried to take the other battery out that I've had in for a while, and it's slightly swollen, and what I had to do is get a pair of scissors to pierce the top so it could be pulled down, but obviously that battery hasn't been blown. Right, I'm going to set this up now on my computer, and oh dear, I've got to set the time and date again. Right, leave it with me, folks. Actually, should we do that now? Okay. Right. Okay, the 17th of the 8th. Yeah. Okay, that's done. Right, it must have some sort of internal memory. Right, 10 minutes. Let me put it on the computer and away we go. So it was basically plugged into the USB section of the laptop. And then it was just a question of just finding the relevant file, and that's it. So this is how it sounds, obviously, off the laptop. Now, what I've got to do is speak for a couple of minutes, transfer it to my laptop using that. That's actually quite handy. So what happens is that you just plug it in and away you go. Let's stop. So yeah, pretty straightforward to use. Good sound quality as well, and most importantly, good quality from Sony. I can't recall how much I paid for this because I've owned it for a few years. But aside from that, if you're after one of these little units, and obviously you've got a purpose for one, here in the UK, if you are recording anybody on the phone, you have to make sure you tell them if that's okay. But aside from that, yeah, you can also plug in a microphone and also plug in some earphones, if so inclined. Quite a nice little unit. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.